The full lineup for 2021 for Arcade1Up has just been revealed, or potentially fully revealed or not, we don't know. Hey guys, it's Toycade here. Welcome to the first episode of 1Up Plus, and with me I have BigReecey. Reecey, how you going?
Yeah, good mate. How's it going there?
Yeah, it's good. How do you feel about the E3 announcements?
I think this year overall E3 has been a little plain, but it's probably been to be a little bit expected.
Due to the leaks, right? That's happened in the previous few weeks.
Leaks, and I think a lot of big projects in the last probably 12-18 months have been slowed or delayed.
Yeah, due to the COVID environment. Definitely
across the board. So that not just with home arcade and 1Up and that. I think everything's sort of been a little plain.
I want to focus on 2021 for Arcade1Up. So let's just recap what we know so far that was announced at CES. So we've got the Legacy Edition, which includes Capcom, Midway, Namco, and Atari. We've got Pong, the pub table. We've got X-Men, Kill Instinct, Dragon's Lair, and Space Ace. So as of today, we know that X-Men will be $500 and pre-orders will be open to the US soon. But we still don't know much about Killer Instinct, Dragon's Lair, and Space Ace. So what do you reckon's happening there?
I'm not 100% sure what is the hold up on those ones.
Well, I suspect Killer Instinct is still in development. Has to be, right? We haven't seen any gameplay or other than just being announced start of year, which could be mean they had the deal done with licensing and they could announce it. But in terms of
I don't think it's a licensing issue.
I think it's more of a development and being ready to be made available, right? I don't think they're in a position to allow pre-orders because they don't know when it's coming.
Yeah, Killer. I don't know if it's a problem with the emulation running the software or not, because Killer Instinct has been a bit harder for people to emulate at home. So I don't know if they're still fine-tuning that so it runs on the hardware properly. Yeah.
So just tell me what are your thoughts about the Legacy Edition? Obviously, there are problems. Are you planning on getting one of these?
I have a Midway, which should arrive in the next day or two. Obviously, here in Australia, they landed just last week. The shipment landed, and first lot was sent out to people's homes the next day. So
awesome. So you're getting the Mortal Kombat one. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Midway. Yep. I was looking forward for that one, and. Despite what some people's opinion, I'm still looking forward to getting that one. So
really, you're okay with the viewing angle?
I'll make it work.
You make it work. A bit of modding won't hurt, right? I obviously decided not to get any of the Legacy Edition. Yep, based on the reviews out there, and also these don't come with the Wi-Fi, which we already know will be a standard moving forward. Yeah, definitely. And
I think that'll be the 1Up standard. I think. Virtually all the 3/4 cabs will be Wi-Fi going forward.
It has to. So we still don't know what's happening with Killer Instinct, Dragon Lair, and Space Ace. Hopefully that will be more details of those in terms of pre-order and price will be made available soon. Let's talk about the new stuff, the stuff that was recently announced at E3.
The big stuff, the exciting stuff.
Yeah, let's start with the one that was obviously first leaked.
Simpsons,
so the Simpsons,
Arcade1Up's worst kept secret.
That's right. As of today, we know that it comes with potentially 2 games, not confirmed. It's Wi-Fi enabled for co-play. Lit Marquee has a matching riser. So what else it has is confirmed on the original listing before it got removed it was a 17-inch monitor, which is not what we expected. Pre-order date
there was people thinking it was widescreen.
That's right. Even I with that promo video that they released via the
it did look widescreen.
So pre-orders will start in July 15th. It has molded coin doors, 2 molded coin doors.
Keeping it original.
That's right. So overall, what's your feeling about The Simpsons?
Yeah, I definitely like the form factor. I'm liking that they've sort of moved away from the original 1Up curve, and I like this more old school design, if you will. I'm really liking that. I know when I did my Turtles video a while ago, a lot of the comments were they would have preferred it to be 2-player.
Potentially they may release a two-player version, but it'll be a different form factor, right? Most likely. Knowing Arcade1Up, they'll probably milk it and have a Partycade, a Countercade in a 2-player format.
Aesthetically, it's a good looking cab.
agree with you. I mean, this is one of the iconic cabs that I've always wanted. I actually owned the original LAI before I sold it, because obviously Arcade1Up came out in the scene. I decided, all right, I'm going to sell all my full-size arcade machine, and the Simpsons was one of them. So it replicates that, it mimics that, and I love that. The artwork is on point, definitely on point. Being Wi-Fi enabled in this cab, it's good to have, but it's not I don't think it's a huge of a deal, because The Simpsons itself is not a game that adds a lot of replay value. How about that trackball? What are your
Well, it's got to be
opinions on
used
that
for something. It's not there to look good, is it?
Well, that's the
it has
thing.
to be used for something.
Well, here's the thing. Does it even look good having a trackball there?
If you have I don't like how Homer's controls have sort of been bumped up out of the way. That looks uncomfortable to me.
That's right. The player 2 position looks wrong.
Yep.
The fact that the attack button is right above the joystick, it means that the second player is compromised in their playing comfort.
And that's the player 2. So with my NBA Jam, that's the stick I use the most.
That's right. It's one of the centered player positions that you want to be in. So this is a huge problem. I don't know why they did this. Here's the problem I have with the trackball. In the original arcade cab, there is no trackball. Why are they adding a trackball? The whole point of Arcade1 is to recreate those nostalgic feelings, the replicate the original cabs. Here, you're kind of like you're changing it. You're adding a trackball, which doesn't exist in the real cab. Why are you doing this? I personally, I don't care for the trackball. I rather have it in the original format, how it should be. No, so this. But
if going by the rumors that the trackball's for Simpsons bowling, would you prefer this to be a Simpsons bowling cab?
Don't care. I don't want it. I want it to be the Simpsons. You give me Simpsons and maybe give me other games, 4-play games. I'll be happy with that. But I don't need a trackball. I don't want a trackball just for Simpsons bowling. I personally haven't played Simpsons bowling before. It could be a great game. But if I'm spending $500-$600 on a cab to mimic the original arcade cab, I want it to look as close as possible, and this is taking away from it.
Yeah.
The molded coin door.
That's not a big issue for me. Not a big
Why
issue
not?
for me.
It's out of proportion.
My
My problem is out of proportion. It looks excessive, right? These two doors is out of proportion to the cab itself. It's a 3/4 cab, but you have these two coin doors that look really big.
Yep.
I think it would look good if you just had one coin door, with the two coin slots there.
One coin door, maybe a bit of artwork on the sides or something, but that's the molded coin doors. It looks nice and that, but a lot of people are talking about prices increases. So if they just forego the entire molded coin door and we saved $50, what would your thoughts on that be?
I think they should give us the option,
like a premium cab versus a standard. Yep.
With their business model, they do multiple SKUs anyway, right? They have like a Sam's Club, Walmart version. Maybe this can be, an option that they can give to the consumers, whether you can buy a Simpsons cab with or without a molded coin door. I mean, that's an option. Personally, I don't like it, but people like you said you're okay with it, and there's the people that just want the original titles on the kick plate. So maybe it's potentially a different SKU, which Arcade1Up has been doing.
Yeah, I know a lot of people with the legacy cabs. They weren't happy with the sticker, the image of what. Yeah, it didn't.
It looked.
I'm
really?
there for the games more. Yeah. I'm not too
fussed. It's an iconic piece, right? In your gamers room. Do you want you want a very flat coin door sticker? It looks really, really fake. It look.
To me, they're for the 3/4 cabs and that. So I'm not too bothered. I'm not using the coin door.
And now the 17-inch screen.
It would have been nice to have a bit bigger of a screen, but again, that's probably another cost thing.
Yeah, definitely with the COVID environment and shortage of monitors and chips at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what's the final verdict on this, BigReecey?
I'm not too fazed by the Simpsons. I didn't play it much, the original one. I think my wife and I had a bit of fun with a Pandora's Box version of the Simpsons once, but she never went back to it, and it's not a game I really am too phased by. So unless extra bonus titles they pull out of the hat are amazing, it's not something I'm rushing out to pre-order.
So how many games would they need?
At that price point, you'd want to be looking at probably 6 games, I think, total up.
I would agree with you. There's a few stuff that I'm quite picky with. Definitely don't like the trackball, don't like Player 2. And if it's just 2 games, yeah, it makes my decision quite easy. That is,
I just know it's one of those. If I brought it, it wouldn't get used much.
Yeah, same. That's why I got rid of my turtles, because it just collected dust.
Yep.
All right, let's move to the next one. Street Fighter 2 Big Blue. So we know,
Blue, yep.
We know now it's been confirmed that it is $500 retail.
And I think 12 titles?
12 games. Yes, it's confirmed 12 games.
Yep.
Wi-Fi enabled. We don't know which games Wi-Fi enabled. It comes with a lit marquee. So
that's a big marquee.
That's a big marquee. Yep. It comes with an exclusive stool, a light-up deck protector. It's Arcade1Up's tallest arcade yet. Pre-order starting the 1st of July. So the 12 games that are included are Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo.
This is okay. So this might throw a lot of people, but I'm excited for this.
The Puzzle Fighter?
For Super Puzzle Fighter. I love Super Puzzle Fighter.
I love it too, and my wife loves it. It's one of those puzzle games that looks cute on the screen, and it's actually challenging.
Yep.
It's got the Darkstalkers collection. It's got Darkstalkers, Night Warriors, Darkstalkers Revenge, and Darkstalkers 3. That's pretty cool.
I mean, these are new titles that 1UP's never released. So
that's right.
Yeah.
And they're throwing it into this cab. Then you got some interesting titles for the remaining 5 games. You've got Saturday Night Slam Masters and Muscle Boomer Duo. That is a wrestling game.
Is it? And these are titles I've never actually heard of, to be honest.
I haven't heard much of these. I actually looked into it, and these are 4-player wrestling games. So
4-player.
Yes.
So that'd be where your Wi-Fi comes in.
Potentially. And this kind of reminds me of WrestleFest, that just got released recently. WrestleMania, sorry. And also WrestleFest. But yeah, this game is actually pretty cool. I watched a few videos, and it looks pretty fun.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, definitely. So it's kind of interesting that they've thrown this in. And then the last 3 titles, they've put them a different variety of games. They've got a beat 'em up of Knights of the Round. That's a beat 'em up game. So we got fighting games.
Knights of the Round. That's a good game. Yep.
Yeah. So we got fighting games. We got wrestling games, and we got a beat 'em up. And then we got Eco Fighters, which is a horizontal shooter. Yep. You see what they're doing here? They're adding a lot of adding variety to this cab, which is really cool.
This is definitely one I'm keen for.
Definitely. I'm also down for this. And the final game, which is pretty cool as well, because my kids will love this game. Capcom Sports Club. If you haven't seen this, the graphics is like a cartoon, and kids will love this. I think it's
I'll check out all these titles shortly just to refresh.
These 12 games is huge, in my opinion. That it's just what will draw people to this cab. Obviously,
I think it's going to be a very popular cab. I know there's been a lot of opinions about how skinny it is and that, but I think once people see them physical, I think it's going to be popular.
Yeah. If you can overlook the design, I mean, design is either you love it or you hate it. If you're a Capcom fan, you would definitely buy this, because it does kind of replicate or mimic the Big Blue in a certain aspect.
I think it's going to look good in with other Arcade1Up. So in people's home arcades, standing alone, people probably go, what the? But if you imagine with my cabs over here, a Big Blue jammed in between them two, towering above them, the big lit marquee, I think it'll just look fantastic.
For me, the other stuff I like about this, obviously I mentioned the games, but Hyper Fighting is one of my favorite games. So that has to be Wi-Fi enabled, because I'll be playing that all night, guarantee you. And the replay value, this one has huge replay value. If majority of these games are Wi-Fi enabled, this cab will be played the most.
Super
by me, by my family,
online,
my wife. That's right.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be happy to set up my wife versus your wife if you want. So Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah, we'll have to live stream that. I think my wife will be up for that.
Yeah, too. But we know that this won't be available in Australia. I think that's already been confirmed by Paramount.
Not at this stage. It was confirmed when you originally dropped your video.
That's right.
One of the local retailers commented this won't be coming, which they realised. They messaged me and said we might have slipped up there, but that's how it goes. Yep. But they have also suggested if there was enough interest for a particular cab, and they actually give Dragon's Lair as an example.
Yep.
They could do an order, and work out like sort of what sort of numbers are a minimum.
That's right.
Watch this space, Big Blue Australia.
But Reecey, if we can't get this in Australia, let's import this together.
Yes, let's do it.
You on?
Yeah.
Then I can challenge you. We can have a live stream challenging each other Street Fighter. How's that?
I'm very interested in this one, so it's probably another Arcade1Up I'd pay too much money to import.
Same here. All right. You heard it, guys. BigReecey and myself are getting one, regardless of the price.
Yeah.
All right. I always have to mention what I don't like about it. I think you know it from my video. The control panel.
Yeah.
They didn't go with the big boss design, curved around at the front. That would have made a huge difference to the cab. Would you agree with me? It's angled. It's angled. It's good, but it's missing.
The angle is good. I like the angle on it. To me, it's more comfortable playing with the angle. Yeah, I think if they probably put that little bit more effort in to mimic that control panel, so yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah,
that would have topped it off.
I reckon that would have been perfect. It would have been perfect.
They're always providing opportunities for the aftermarket modifications.
That's true, which is good. The kick plate, it doesn't have a motor coin door.
No, it doesn't. Well, see, that doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother you?
Like I said, I like that shadow artwork on it.
I love it too. That's one of my favorite artwork. Yeah. Let's talk about the side panels. We know that this does have a extra side panel right above the riser.
That's simply so the box will still fit on pallets.
I agree, but what does it mean for the machine though? Are you not worried about the stability, the sturdiness of the cabs? Because it's really
not because there's an extra panel in there.
No.
There you would have common sense would say until you see it in physical, because it's so tall, and you'd have to wonder if the stability is an issue there. But not because there's an extra panel, because of its extra height.
Is this a design they might use moving forward for other cabs to make cabs taller? Because we know with the problem with the existing cabs is that they're quite short, too short, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess so. That's something they could probably do. I wouldn't class if you wanted to get real technical. I wouldn't say they are 3/4 scale or 75%. I'd probably say they're more 66% or something. So yeah, maybe something they'd look at as making them slightly taller. Right?
So final verdict for us, obviously we're both going to buy this. This is a no-brainer. Originally,
only minor nitpicks. Yeah, only minor nitpicks with a control panel.
But I think the game list is a
winner.
It's a winner. That's right. All right, let's move on to Turtles in Time. I think that's confirmed at 600, and at the moment it's been mentioned in the articles out there that it's only come with 2 games. It's Wi-Fi enabled, lit marquee, matching riser, exclusive stool, and pre-order starts on 1st of July. How are you feeling about this one? For me, it's
disappointed.
Exactly, that's the word I was going to say. I'm actually very disappointed in this. Yeah, as much as I like Turtle in Time, I'm not a fan of the artwork, but
I like the look of it. I'm just looking at it here, and it looks a lot overall aesthetically. I like it, but I'm disappointed that they're just gone. We're slapping the same 2 games on it.
Yeah,
I still got a feeling that more games will be added.
I agree. There's no way they can just rehash another cab and put another skin on it with just the same 2 games. It just doesn't sound right. Plus, it's a lot more expensive, obviously due to other reasons. But they'll be silly just to leave it as the 2 games that was found in the
put the same version. 2 games and slap Wi-Fi on it. And say, Wi-Fi here you go, guys. It's like I don't know. It's just it doesn't make sense to me without adding more games to it. It doesn't make sense.
Look, there's not much to talk about this cab, but I do want to bring to your attention the light up deck protector. Have you noticed one of the pictures? This design is very different from the previous light up deck protectors, because previously the LED lights were at the top of the control panel.
Yeah, I see it. So it's on the it looks like it's on the turtles in the middle of the deck there.
I think the lights are under the control panel itself.
Yeah, so it looks like to me it looks like they're probably more situated in the center there at the turtles logo.
Yep.
That's where I'd say they've got them.
Yeah.
It might look better than say with the Pac-Man.
Correct. Well, I think they realized the flaw with the previous design, where it exposed the LEDs. Yeah. So, but this one looks interesting. I like it. I think it's safe to say that this will be a pass for me, unless they have additional games. Maybe.
Please stand by for me.
I think I asked you this question previously: is Turtles and Turtles in Time under the Konami license or not? Is the question, I guess.
I'm not sure how complicated it gets with Nickelodeon Now Nickelodeon has Turtles, so I don't know if that's why there's only 2 games.
Yeah, but if they can slap on more Konami titles such as Sunset Riders, Crime Fighters, and all that will be a huge difference. Bucky O'Hare is a 3-button game, isn't it?
I'd have to double check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that requires.
You might be right. I think you're right.
Yeah, so that's not a possibility, I believe. All right, so the last cab I want to talk about is the Class of 1981. Personally, I didn't think much of it until I saw the game list and I saw the design. I think
actually, I was surprised. I thought when I first seen that, I thought it was just going to be the 2 games. But then, the full list is interesting.
Definitely, it actually has a quite an attractive game list. So it might annoy previous owners of Miss Pac-Man and Galaga because if you didn't have those
pumped
cabs,
out that many.
They've pumped out that many. But if you waited this long, I think this is the one you have to buy. Even I'm considering this, even though it might not be available for us. If
it one day was available in Australia, it's probably one I'd look at.
Exactly, because it has all the titles that you want from all the previous generation cabs. The design, it matches the original Class of 1981 cab.
Yeah,
it's on point definitely with the artwork.
Yeah.
Bezel is slightly different, I believe.
Yeah, I see some people had a nitpick at that, but
but overall, it's still a beautiful cab. The artwork is.
But these images aren't final. I think you'd probably find a little watermark or something somewhere saying not final product or something. So it may come out. They might have just thrown for the photos. It might just have a screen and bezel from a Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah, but what is interesting is this is Wi-Fi enabled. So how does it work for a turn-based game? Are we just gonna...
probably more leaderboards, I'd say.
But if it's just leaderboard, is that even worth
leaderboards or ROM updates? Something. I don't think.
You don't think turn-based games will work for Wi-Fi enabled, where you just wait for the next player to play, or you can view the other player playing?
It's a possibility. Does it have a headphone jack? Or?
I believe, according to the specs, it doesn't mention a headphone jack. So I don't think that is. The pictures don't have it. No. So that's interesting. So no information about how that Wi-Fi capability works on this cab.
Yeah.
If it's just leaderboard, I guess it's still a good feature.
Some people love a leaderboard, and it's good fun. Yeah.
I think it's becoming more competitive now. With leaderboards. Definitely, everyone's playing games at home these days, so it's any way to be competitive. So I'm interested to see how the Wi-Fi function works on this cab, because all these games are all turn-based. So unless they have a way to let the players view the other player playing, I can't see how they're going to interact. All right, Reese's. So we know about these 4 cabs that just got announced at E3. What about the cabs that weren't announced but was on the famous Randy record leak? We've got Track and Field and Tron. What about those?
They're both, I think, maybe complications in design, getting the design perfect and that. I'd say watch this space before Christmas. They'd probably be announced, and that both cabs will be popular, especially Tron. People lost their minds when that came out. So that's another one I'd say they want to get right before they release.
So potentially you're saying that we may not see this in 2021?
Probably not, no.
Probably not. I kind of agree with you. I think, if they don't announce it now at E3, it's unlikely that will be appearing in 2021.
Do you really think on that Randy's leak list, the infamous leak list, do you really think, because that was a big list, do you really think everything that's in that list will come out? I don't think so.
I don't think so as well. I think what was on the leak is correct. I believe they are making those products out there. Whether it will be released this year, I highly doubt it as well.
Because there was a lot of countercodes and head-to-heads.
A lot of countercodes. That's right. And what was missing on the list was the partycades as well. I think there is a list of partycades that should have been included as well, but was not appearing there. I'm not sure if the list was a 100%. These are what's coming out. I think some of those might have been experimental titles. I think they were more targeted for that wholesale. If it's Kokum wholesaler or distributor, I think it was more targeted to what they ordered from Arcade1Up, in comparison to what is available or what will be available. Definitely. So I guess it's just watch and see with Tron and Track and Field. Maybe they may somehow surprise us later on this year and just announce it and release it.
Yeah,
which will be good because I'm looking forward to that Tron cab. That cab does look really nice.
it does look good. Yep.
Put you on the spot and share an image for real or fake.
It's convincing. I did see this the other day. It is very. It is a good fake if it is a fake. A lot of effort went into that.
So you saying it's a fake?
No, I'm not saying it's a fake.
Like, so obviously you knew this was on one of the Facebook fan pages.
Yeah,
right?
on one of the Facebook fan pages. Yeah.
The interesting about this ad was the guy said it was brand new in box. Arcade1Up 17-inch Partycade. So if it's a mod, he would have mentioned the mod because he had other.
He would have made it. Yeah.
He would have made it. He has other items that he sells that are modded. But in this one, not just this one, there was a Frogger as well that he claims is brand new in box. And look, it's on point in terms of the deck protector, the protective sheet, the arrows here. The Frogger itself, the control panel matches the countercades, you know. So it's very convincing if it's a fake, but this to me is, I would say, a prototype that got released in the wild.
Have to be, yeah.
Because there is a SKU for Frogger and NBA Jam Partycade.
Yeah.
So there is a SKU there, which means Arcade1Up will be creating this or will be selling this in the future. I'm just wondering how the hell did this get into the wild?
Yeah.
Unless,
a side note with the Frogger. So I got a Frogger countercade.
Yep.
You know what annoys me about it? I don't know about you, but I'd much rather this be a Time Pilot cab.
You know what? I don't care because I don't like playing Frogger or Time Pilot.
I like Time Pilot.
So just something I just want to put you on the spot and see if you believe it was real as well.
No, I've seen that NBA Jam one the other day, and it doesn't look like a Photoshop job.
It's too good for a Photoshop job. It's like perfect. They've both been sold already, so I guess whoever bought them can share that information if it's real or not. Because if it's a real, maybe we'll have some SKU on the back of it. So Reecey, so what's your final thoughts on this? How after going through each cab, are you still excited about Arcade1Up? Are they still keeping the dream alive for us?
Always excited. I'm always excited when Arcade1Up announces new things. It's they always pull something out of left side. For me, that was the Big Blue. That was not something I thought was never was on my radar for.
Even though John D, Arcade1Up has hinted this a couple of times.
He's hinted at a lot of things sometimes. I think he likes to throw people.
I think with the titles, he always when he jokes about it, it's true. But he likes to throw people off in terms of when it's coming, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, considering this year, if you were to add up all the cabs that potentially may release, they've got about 15 cabs here. That's 15 cabs. That's a lot of titles.
Yeah.
Every year it's always been increasing. You know, you can imagine the first year where it was only 3 or 4 cabs, right? And now we're talking about 2021. Potentially, it was 15 titles. That's only 3/4 upright cabs here.
Yeah.
If you add on countercades and partycades and head-to-heads, they've got a lot of products that they want to release.
But a lot of those cabs are reissue ones too. So.
I guess that's the problem, right? I think
milking those licenses, baby.
That's right. I guess that's where people are not, the die-hard fans are not happy with, is that there's a lot of reissue of the same titles. If this is the final titles that we're seeing for 2021, it means 2022 will be a bigger year, right? It'll be the biggest year.
Absolutely, yep. I think 2022 is where you'll see the leap in technology, where you'll see those harder to run games like Daytona and that come. Yeah.
Correct. And now I think they've got they've worked out the standard that they need moving forward, such as Wi-Fi, right? And now they're adding headphone jack, stuff like that. If they can get that out of the way as part of 2021 release, that'd be great, because 2022 they can focus on the bigger titles, which I'm hoping, will include many of the titles that everyone's been asking for. So overall, 2021, what we've seen this year has been good. I'm definitely looking forward to Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct. I'm really looking forward to more updates on Killer Instinct.
That's right. We need more updates. We need to know what's happening there. The only disappointing about 2021 is not seeing a new driving cab or a new shooting cab, right? I feel like that, and also maybe a pinball machine, another pinball machine. I think there was a lot of expectations, I guess.
Personally, for me, with the pinball machine, is the chips wasn't powerful enough to run a 1080p.
Would agree. So I guess they need to go back and then address that.
Yeah.
But those three main categories, I guess that's where the disappointment. That's all that I want to talk about today. So Reece, tell us what's happening in your world and what's coming in the pipeline.
So I'm working on my Sunday stream, trying to get that going more regularly. I took a break there, family life, moving house, that sort of thing. I took a break.
Same.
But yeah, picking up the Sunday streams, which is good. I got a few people jumping in on that, taking part, picking up the videos, whatnot. Just did the big announcement of the Australian release, being X-Men, the Simpsons, and Ninja Turtles. We're getting those ones here in Australia, which is good to see.
Have you got pricing and dates on that?
Not currently, but the retailers will be going live with this, I believe, the same time around July.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're only getting X-Men, Simpsons, and Turtles in time, which is...
You'll see the trend that they're all the 4 cabs, but I think minus Big Blue, these are probably the most wanted.
The big titles, that retailers will want to sell add to their lineup. Yeah, I can see that, but no.
I still would like to see the baby Cades come to Australia.
The baby Cades? That's all a rumour at the moment.
Yes.
All right, until we officially announce.
I want one for my daughter's room.
Same, definitely, same.
Yeah. But no, right. I'm happy. I'd like to see all titles available here in Australia, but I understand the logistics and the smaller market here. So I think we've done pretty well in Australia with these 3 titles.
Definitely. With getting more retailers on board and having a dedicated retailer as Arcade1Up. That's
they're doing
Arcade1Up, which is really good.
Yep.
Correct. I've ordered through them. Great customer service. So, guys, definitely check out Arcade1Up if you have time and order through them, or even any local retailer. It's always good to support the local market. More interest means more titles. So definitely we can all band together and just support the local scene. All right, guys, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and support the channel. And make sure you check out BigReecey's channel and subscribe to his channel because he has new content coming up soon. Sure. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.
Take it easy, guys.